Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, Oracle Love. Like y'all know how we do, we're gonna jump right on into it. So today y'all, I'm gonna be doing a 2-day meal prep because I am leaving for New York, so I'm not gonna be here for the third day. So we're gonna start off by making us some chicken thighs. We are going to air fry them. They do not have the skin on them. I put just a little teeny bit of avocado oil on top of it. I'm seasoning it with Cajun seasoning, kicking chicken seasoning, Italian seasoning, and a little bit of paprika. We are just going to season it on both sides, and then we are going to spray the air fryer and pop it in the air fryer on 375 for about 15 minutes. Flip it over and then cook it for another 10 minutes on 375. And then we're going to flip it one more time and then cook it for about 8 minutes on 400 degrees. And we are just going to be pairing this with some sauteed garlic green beans with some little cauli rice. So go ahead, y'all, get on into it, and I'll come back. So for our green beans, we just going to put a little bit of oil in the pan. We're going to season it with Italian seasoning, parsley, garlic, and red pepper flakes. And we're also going to add about a tablespoon of butter to it. We're going to cover it up so it can saute well, and then we're going to take it out and plate it.
You ever think about it sometimes? Found where it all fell apart. So I've been losing my mind. Hell, I've lost my heart. Don't know when
I also added white wine vinegar to it, you guys, about a teaspoon of that. If you don't have it, you could just add regular vinegar, or you could add a lemon or a lime. I believe I let them stay in this pan for about 7 to 10 minutes. It may have been a little bit longer, but I'll show you guys what it looked like.
how it got so messed up. We started off so damn right.
See, this is what they look like. I like them to be a little bit soft and a little bit like raggedy looking. That's the best way I could describe it, where it looks like it's beat up, but they are so good when they like that. That's why I leave them in there a little bit longer. Now, if you like yours a little bit crispy, you know to just take them out sooner than I did mine.
But you left the place that we called love. I still remember that night.
Now for our cauli rice, I'm just going to season with a little bit of Italian seasoning, a little bit of salt, and a little bit of parsley.
I couldn't face it, but now I do. Truth is, I was never in love with you.
For the next meal, we are going to be making stuffed salmon, however you want to pronounce it. We're going to remove the skin. Now for this one, y'all, these 2 little fillets was $8, which is not bad. So I decided I was just going to cut the salmon in half and then stuff it that way. Since it's so flat, you can't like really cut into it to make a pocket. Y'all, let's see what I'm talking about. Let's go ahead and remove the skin.
I've had a real taste of what a healthy love should be. I see how much of a waste my love was on you, maybe I need.
So you see how I just cut it in half, right? So now we are going to create our filling. We're going to take about a teaspoon of butter and we're going to let that heat up, and then we're going to add a little bit of spinach to it. We're going to season it with some garlic powder and a little bit of Italian seasoning. So this time for the stuffing, I'm just going to be using some chive and onion cream cheese. And then I'm going to be using the 3-blend Mexican cheese. So we're just going to put about 3 tablespoons of the cream cheese in there. We're going to put that hot spinach on top of it so it can soften it up. And then we're going to add our shredded cheese. We're also going to add much more garlic powder because we want this to be garlicky. A little bit of Italian seasoning and a little bit of parsley. And then we're going to mix it all together and lay this mixture on top of a salmon fillet after we season our salmon, and then we're going to put another fillet on top of that. So you'll see. Go ahead, get on into it.
I've been around, but I can't get you out of my head. Try to stray, try to forget, but the thoughts, they seem to drown me instead. I've always wondered what it takes to fill this empty void inside, but now I've realized you were what I needed this whole time. I've been around.
To season the salmon, we just going to be basic Old Bay, paprika, and Italian seasoning. That's it. We're going to season this well on both sides, and that is it. Once we finish seasoning, we are going to lay, like I said, our mixture on top, and then we're going to put another fillet on top of that. Now, I didn't have any toothpicks. If you have toothpicks, stick one on each end of the salmon so your salmon don't go sliding. I'm going to show you my trick that I did, though. After I laid the filling, I just put a little bit of shredded cheese on top of there so it can kind of be like a glue. I think that would have worked out perfectly. However, I was just so adamant about putting some toothpicks in it. So, y'all, I found some little bamboo sticks that I had, and I broke them in half. I broke them in half and I used those. So after you put your toothpicks in, we are going to air fry them on 400 degrees for about 20 minutes, but checking it in between to make sure it's not getting too dark. If it is, just add like a little teaspoon of garlic butter on top of it. That will also give it more flavor as well.
No one else has got me feeling this way. Every minute, every hour I spend is on you every single day.
All right, y'all. Now for our breakfast, we are just going to be making some egg omelets. So I'm going to saute up some mushrooms, green peppers, and onions. And y'all, let me tell y'all something. I almost forgot my sausages. I'm seeing brown in here. I'm like, oh, my sausages in there. Then I thought about like, wait a minute, they mushrooms. Oh my God, y'all. Anyway, y'all, we're going to season it with Cajun seasoning, garlic powder, and Italian seasoning, a little bit of red pepper, and we're also going to use, well, I'm using avocado oil, but you are going to need about a tablespoon. At first, I had just like a little, probably like 2 teaspoons in it. You're going to need a tablespoon of avocado oil for this one. So you're going to mix that well until it gets softened and cooked down to your liking. And these are the sausages I'm going to be using. If you are new here, I'm just going to use 6 of them because 3 of them is 180 calories and only 2 carbs. And what I like to do, I just chopped it up and I'm going to mix it right on in. And then I'm going to take this out and then add my egg. Y'all, I have not made an egg omelet in so long. Y'all know I love an egg scramble. So I haven't made an omelet in so long. Now that our salmon is done, we are just going to plate it or bowl it. As you can see, I'm putting it in a bowl. And I also just steamed a bag of broccoli and I'm going to throw that in here right with it. Now back to the omelet. These are the eggs that I'm going to be using, but you can use any eggs of your choice, of course. I'm only going to use 4 eggs since I'm only making this for 2 days. However, that was a lot of meat and scramble, and y'all, I could not even finish the omelet. I'm gonna show y'all how I reheat everything at the end of the video, but I couldn't finish the omelet. It was massive. It was really massive. It almost felt like I was eating like 4 eggs. It was a whole lot. I forgot how much an omelet goes a long way. So if this is your first time cooking an omelet, you are just going to put your eggs in a hot pan if you beat them well. And then once it gets solid on the bottom, you are kind of like slide it up so more of the egg can drain into the pan again. And I just do it this way until I could get at least 95% of it cooked, because you got to remember, we're also going to be reheating it. So if you cook it 100% right now and you reheat it, your egg going to be dry. So if you cook it at 95%, when you reheat it, Okay, y'all got the math. It's going to be 100%. So I just add the stuffing and the cheese and tomatoes to one side, and I just fold the egg. Now, I did split my egg because I was being a little rough with it. But if you do it gently, it'll close just like a burrito. It'll be like an egg burrito. And then that's it. Easy peasy. And y'all, this thing was massive. This is 4 eggs, y'all. That's 4 eggs. So I also, as you see, covered it up, and this is how it looks when it's done. All right, you guys, so here is what everything looks like. That is my egg omelet for breakfast, and then this is the chicken breast, string beans, and I just added cauli rice, and you can eat this for lunch or dinner. And then we have the stuffed salmon, you know how we feel about that, mixed with broccoli, and I just added a little bit of salt to the broccoli. And then I have my snacks, something salty and something sweet, and I also have my beetroot juice because I didn't make ginger tea since I'm going out of town. I don't want it to go bad. So this is what it looks like. We are all done. So remember when I told you guys I was going to show you what the egg omelet looked like when I reheated up. So first we're going to make us some iced coffee. I just added some ice. I already got my 8-ounce glass of coffee that I brewed, and I'm just going to pour almond milk over top of it. Then I'm going to add the coffee to it. This is the almond milk I'm going to be using. You see it's 30 calories for 8 ounces, and I think it's like 1 carb or something, but this is probably like a 4-ounce thing because the ice make it look taller. And then I'm just going to add, it's probably about like 4 ounces of coffee too, because I still had a half a pot left. I'm going to add that to this, and I'm also going to add my creamer. I'm using the cinnamon roll 0 sugar creamer today. So we're just going to add that, and then we're going to mix it well, and I'll show you how the egg omelet look. So I'm just going to pop the omelet on a plate, and I'm also going to add a little bit of more cheese on top, and then I'm going to put it in the microwave for about 2 minutes and 20 seconds. So here is what it all looks like. Now, y'all, I'm just going to take a shot. We're going to do a shot this morning. Yes, we are. It's never too early for a shot of beetroot powder. Woo! I know y'all didn't think I was talking about a real shot. Y'all know I don't drink. So I'm just going to drink a little bit of this beetroot powder. I have a bottle of water in there at the table waiting for me. So I'm also just going to put a little bit of parsley on top of the eggs just for some little garnishment. You know, get some more little greenery going on. This is what it looks like. This is breakfast. Nice and cheesy. And this thing was so massive, y'all. I only could eat half of it. This was honestly like 4-day meal prep with this egg. I can't believe it was only 4 eggs. And look at all of this it made. It was so massive, my goodness. So I just want to show you what it looks like in the inside. Here, let me go ahead and get you a bite. Look at this, y'all. So good. You got mushrooms, onions, peppers. Now cheers to good health and good wealth. Cheers, y'all. Clean, clean, clean. So today was 1,452 calories and 21 net carbs. Total carbs will be 36 grams, you guys. And I didn't include the coffee because I also didn't eat all of those eggs. So that's why I said I'm not going to include the coffee. It could just balance itself out that way. It's going to be what it's going to be, okay? All right, you guys, that is going to be the end of this video. If you are new here and you stayed this long, please consider subscribing. To my OGs who keep coming back, thank you so much for your love and support. You guys know how I appreciate you. Please don't forget to hit the like button on your way out. I greatly appreciate it. I thank you guys for joining me. I thank you for sharing this space with me. And as always, I thank you for watching.